LA Jews for Peace was founded about a year ago, well actually 2 years ago. In '06 it was founded to express American Jewish opinion that is against the State of Israel's assault on the Palestinian people and its effort to dispossess, in Hebrew, nishul. You know, the whole point of the State of Israel, unfortunately, at this point in time, is anti-democratic, is against giving equal rights to non-Jewish citizens in the State of Israel, and it is literally dispossessing them, you know, demolishing their homes to the tune of over 24,000 at this point during the occupation, and essentially carrying on a reign of terror against the civilian population, which is collective punishment. This particular demonstration is against the siege of Gaza, which is against international law. It is the Israeli government has said openly that they are trying to force the people of Gaza to change their political stance, and to do that by means of withholding food, medicine, building materials, and so forth. So they are actively and self-consciously violating international law, committing war crimes on a daily basis. That's why we're here.
Well, I'm here as a Jew to stand up for the people of Gaza. The bombardment a year ago and the continuing siege for 3 years is a humanitarian crime. It's a crime, and I'm here to stand up to say that Jews who really believe in the Jewish tradition of universal justice don't stand for either the bombardment a year ago or the continuing siege of Gaza.
Well, you know, my father fled Poland in the 1930s. He's from Bialystok. Most of his family was wiped out by the Nazis, and I think it's wrong for, you know, Israel to be carrying out the same type of ethnic cleansing concentration camps against the Palestinian people.
There's no need to go into, you know, technical detail about the difference between Jews and other people. We're the same as other people. We come out of a tradition of social justice. Like every people has a tradition of social justice. So we're manifesting that here, arm in arm with Palestinians, with other Americans. We're doing it out of American values. These are the values of the Declaration of Independence, of the Bill of Rights. We want those values to be represented in our name. When the State of Israel said they're acting in the name of the Jewish people, they are not, and we're here to say that.
We came out to mark the anniversary of the end of Operation Castlead, which happened 1 year ago, and to show our solidarity with the people of Gaza and Palestine.
Because I think it's important, not only as Jews, which I am, but as all Americans, to take a stand against the atrocity that's happening in Gaza. These people are surrounded, they are being starved, they're denied medical supplies, building supplies, and it's wrong. Our tax dollars should not be used to not only send bombs to them, but then to help build a wall. Our troops, our guards are being used to strengthen their wall instead of rebuilding after hurricane, rebuilding New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. It's wrong.
They are erecting 60-foot steel walls now to go even further, to further strangulate the people of Gaza. And we have a personal connection to the people there. We've lived with them, and they're the kindest, nicest people, and would do anything. And it is a really unfortunate shame that the U.S. and Israel are colluding on this and slowly strangling the people of Gaza, because once those steel-foot tunnels go in, their entire lifelines will be cut off. So we're here to support the people of Gaza.
I think some Jews appreciate that that the real fight against anybody's persecution is a fight against discrimination and for equality everywhere. And other Jews, maybe they are kind of too afraid and they get stuck with a very nationalistic identification. So for them it's of course tougher to talk with, but it's pretty important for people to talk about these things. Some people get kind of stuck.
We need to support these causes because it's a real humanitarian disaster what's happening over there. The more people that we have speaking out against it, the better off we'll all be, hopefully.
The atrocities continually committed by Israel, the brainwashing of the American public, which I think is slowly being eroded, and I think that demonstrations like this have Israel and the U.S. government concerned. And I think that if we continue to engage in solidarity with Palestine and force Israel to its knees and to the bargaining table in a fair and equal way, it's going to be the start of a lot of changes in the world, and this is what the ruling class doesn't want, the ruling elites.
The Israeli lobby, AIPAC, they have a powerful stranglehold over our government, and the same with the ADL. I think a lot of people are ignorant about what's going on in the Middle East. I think people are waking up now. I mean, we're in Iraq because of Wolfowitz, Pearl, and the Israeli lobby. And a lot of people think we're in there because of oil, and they're trying to drag us into war with Iran, and that would we would lose many American lives, and our country's broke, so we really have to wake up, and we have to get the word out there.
We're against what's going on in Gaza, and it's still going on. It's just totally disgusting. We're not doing anything about it, and they're still building illegal settlements there, and this has got to stop. And now we have you know, Iran, they're putting sanctions on Iran, and if we go into Iran, it's like, what city are they going to get here? LA or Seattle, or pick a big city, you know?
We had a siege on Palestine that hasn't stopped. We are funding Israel. Obama has just made an announcement. After they're building 700 and 800 more settlements in the West Bank, he's made an announcement over the next 10 years he's going to give, I think, $52 billion to Israel. And also, Wednesday night we learned that they're going to store $400 million, I'll repeat that, $400 million worth of fighting material in Israel, and Israel will be able to draw from it. Now, we don't have money, can't educate, take care of, got over 100,000 homeless in the county of Los Angeles, and that's just this portion of the country, and yet we're going to put war material, supply it. So when those of us who have been concerned about the attack on Syria and the attack on Iran, it looks to me as though we are going to fund them in that too. When is America going to wake up?
Gaza has been under siege since 2006. Those people are starving, nothing can go in, nothing can come out, and they're still under siege. And they were bombed. 1,400 people died, and they cannot rebuild. They don't have medication, they don't have nothing to rebuild. So it's crazy, and the blockade is killing everybody. It's mass genocide. That's what they're trying to do, kill them.
The Arabs have offered peace. The Israelis have ignored the offer. They want to steal all of Palestine, acre by acre.
Oh, it's impossible to have a conversation with them. They believe several things. One is they equate Judaism and Israel. They're completely different things. Judaism is a religion and a culture. Israel is a nation. And Israel, although it's got 80% Jews, it continually commits war crimes, as the Goldstone report clearly indicated. I don't think Israel stands for Jews. Those people equate Judaism and Israel, and I think that's just a mistaken premise. It's a mistaken premise. They believe that the Holocaust, they believe that they're completely overwhelmed by the concept of the Holocaust. There was a man named Abraham Berg, whose parents were long-term Zionists, and he was the Speaker of the Israeli Knesset. He just wrote a book titled "The Holocaust is Over," where he argued that Israel is being dominated by fears and thoughts of the Holocaust, and for Israel's own good, it must get beyond that. And I think he was absolutely right, and I think these people haven't. They're there because they fear. They fear that if something happened to Israel, their personal safety here in this country would be at risk. I don't believe that for a millisecond. They are in fear that the Palestinians in particular and the Arabs in general are out to get them and don't accept Israel. I think that's wrong, and it's wrong by many things. The Arab Peace Initiative by Prince Abdullah clearly shows that most Arab states are ready to accept Israel. Certainly Fatah is ready to accept Israel. And even Hamas leaders, all the leaders of Hamas, have talked about a 50-year truce in accepting Israel and 67 boundaries. So Israel, Hamas, I just don't see that there's an existential threat there. These people do. I think they're wrong.